I know they're sitting on like snakeskin veils and they're probably pissed by now. I just know it. I just know it. Like, we don't care about snakeskin veil. We even have nowhere to run anyway. Brutal. What's up, friends, and welcome back to a new Duskmourn standard video. And today we're having a look at one of you guys' favorite decks, Orzhov Pixie or Fae Blade, however you want to call the deck. And as you can see, a lot of things have changed. There's a lot of new cards that we're now playing in this deck. So there's no longer Rotomouth Viper, there's no longer things like Hexmage or the Witch's Vanity. We are now heavily leaning into enchantments, because Duskmourn has given us a lot of really good enchantments. Optimistic Scavenger, a 1-mana 1/1. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, you put a 1 counter on target creature. Now, Pixie has already always played a lot of enchantments, with cards like Hopeless Nightmare and Bandit Talent being kind of like staples for the deck. So I wanted to lean more heavily into that and play the Shard Mage Rescue Sheltered by Ghost package in here as well. So Sheltered by Ghost is a 2-mana aura, and this card is completely broken. When it enters, you exile a target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has lifelink and ward 2. And then you have the Shard Mage's Rescue, a 1-mana aura with flash, and when it enters this turn, the enchanted creature has hexproof, +1/+1 to the enchanted creature as well. So those two kind of work together in a ton of decks that are really strong in the current meta, like Azorius Enchantments and Boros Auras. So I figured we would shove that in here too, because they are just super strong with the Optimistic Scavenger. And of course, the Pixie deck got nowhere to run. And this card is so good, especially against those opposing like Voltron/Prowess style decks that are trying to protect their creatures because they go all in on one creature. So nowhere to run is a 2-mana enchantment with flash, and target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until the end of turn, and creatures your opponent control can be the targets of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof, or the abilities of those creatures do not trigger. So picking this thing up with Pixie is fantastic because it's a permanent that's 6 around the board. But the card gets so incredibly good when you realize how well positioned it is in the meta. I will talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video in the outro. So stay tuned if you want to hear me yap about, in depth about the win rate of the deck and why it's so incredibly well positioned in the meta. But yeah, Nowhere to Run is fantastic right now against all these aggro decks. And Pixie, as always, has been so good at just controlling the board. Absolutely why I adore this deck. It reminds me a lot of the good old Rakdos Sacrifice days during 2018 or 2019, whenever Throne of Eldraine was. It reminds me a lot of that, and it's just incredibly, incredibly strong. So I will now show you guys my fantastic win rate with this deck. Let's get it up right here. As you can see, we're 13-2. Things went really well, and it played exactly out the way I needed it to. So yeah, I would definitely say start upgrading your Pixie decks in this similar manner like I've done right here. I will talk a bit more, like I said, about the whole, like, why this deck is so good in the current meta, and like why you should start playing Fae Blade if you would like to destroy all the aggro decks. But for now, you can see my win rate right here. I am tracking my win rate using Untapped, so if you want to start tracking your games and also having a look at the meta and all the other statistics that Untapped can offer, please check out my description to download untapped.gg in the description below. And with that being said, gamers, let me show you some of the gameplay, and I'll see you again in the outro. This video is brought to you by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard provides you with premium protection for your trading cards, ranging from sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, binders, and more. Ultimate Guard has everything you need to keep your Magic cards safe, secure, and stylish. Support the channel and yourself by purchasing your Ultimate Guard products using the link in the description. Honestly, we could try. Yeah. It's true, it's true. It's still fine. Like, if we ended up losing the game because of that shit, it would be a lot worse. But we just 3-0'd them. Matchup so good I BM'd and conceded game 1, yeah. Matchup too good. Accidentally or purposefully lost game 1. Tears of Soy, yeah, that's actually... That would be like... I don't know how I would feel about that. Monolith, thank you for the 5. I guess if you're like an enjoyer of the sauce, I'm not sure. It's gonna hit that and remove it immediately. I'm kind of like holding it right now. Let's see what happens. I have like 600 ways to buff it up, I'm sure. That's kind of what I was thinking. Hold on. Let me protect my Pixie. Okay. We grab it, sheltered by ghosts, we destroy them. Yeah. Exactly. I'll just word it like that. I'm so confident in the matchup, I just concede it, dude. Don't even worry. Okay. Best aura ever? Sheltered by ghost? Dude, I would say like easily Olma. Like at least for as long as I've been playing the game. I would say Sheltered by Ghost is by far the best aura I've ever seen. I've been here since 2018. I don't think I've ever seen fucking better than that. Personally. Like, it's literally busted, so... I would say, yeah, I'd say it's pretty cracked, for sure. I'll try this. It's a bit risky, though. Do need to try to hit a 2-drop somehow. Wow. Okay, not the greatest start. Well, she also gains life, though, Ryan, right? Upon attacking, which is kind of fire. What a draw! I was like about to say their hand sucks ass, and then they top deck Manifold Mouse. Okay, then. Vibe check. Let's get rid of that thing. Yep, this thing's gonna hurt for a little bit, but it's okay. At some point we can thrive. Just grab the Heartfire hero, then it's all good. Lose 2 draw, okay. Hoping for the rescue. But we'll see. 5 damage, not too much, not too much. Okay, let's see if we can grab it. Just really hope they don't have like double shock, but like X for doubt. Let's see. 1 mana, 5/4. Yeah, me and my homies hate Heartfire hero. It's okay. I mean, my own team sacrifice a land. Probably yes, because it pressures them too with my ward cost. Like, why the fuck does Sheltered by Ghost have ward too? Like, why is it so cracked? Why does it have lifelink? Why has it got ward? Why has it got +1/+0? Like, it feels like these things shouldn't be together. It's so crazy, actually. Like, it's so crazy. I don't know. Just me? Maybe. Why does it grab any permanent? Like, I got so many... I have so many questions. Like, why? What do you mean? What do you mean any permanent? What do you mean War 2? What do you mean? The math is not adding up. Yeah, sure. I think the War 2 cost makes sense, but like, why any permanent? Why lifelink? Why +1/+0? Like, they really thought we were never gonna play a 2-mana enchantment with War 2? Just realized you got withdrawal sickness if you can't watch stream for one day. Yo, I appreciate it. I think, I don't know, I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm not sure which is appropriate here, but I appreciate you. Okay. Mudang just trying to live her life. Nah, it's true, it's true. Play this banger. Market Nomi. Probably just gonna like hit everything with a look down, possibly. No, I might want to use Braids to get rid of some Hopeless Nightmares first. Yeah, like I don't know. This is like greedy, but Greed's my middle name. I should just play the Swamp out. Okay. Now, if they play something like Sheltered by Ghosts, we're gonna hit them real good. It's gotta be like the protection card then. Shard Mage's Rescue. Surely there's no better opportunity for this. Great. I don't want to pressure their lands. I do like sacrificing a good land to Braids. Like dragging somebody down into the pits with me, basically. Or not, and I draw cards. Right, so if the predictions are right, that's a Shard Mage's Rescue. Yeah, they are. Okay. Alright, our hand's looking pretty good. We just gotta get some more power with that. Hopefully, Hopeless Nightmare can get us to scry to it. I'll make sure to do that. I guess Blade can always like turn into a win con for me as well, but I need 5 mana to craft with it, so we'll see. I do like that. I was gonna try to like unlock Braids though. But outside of Bandit's Talent, I think. Let's get rid of our last card. Get that set up. Then we can grab Braids next turn. Mono white enchantments. Very spicy though. Very spicy. Alright, let's get that. Ossification. How many was under here? One of mine. Okay. I was gonna say, like, always, you can always do the prison break thing where you bring your Hopeless Nightmares back, which is pretty cool, but... Especially like the Simic Terror deck can like just tutor up the basic lands that you need for you. Like you don't have to get the rare lands, even though they are good. It's probably a decent one to go with. Got my lands. Is there a mono red budget nowadays? Yeah, I think there's always going to be like a budget mono red deck that you can play and do good with. For sure. All of these like pump effects are like uncommons, right? Like you just go all in on like one creature and hope for the best, most likely, so... you got a lot of confidence in your hand if you keep a one-lander. Do you think we can trick them again with the Shard Mage's Rescue? What do you think? Do we allow them to exile something of mine? Yeah, I don't really care, so we can trick him. The absolute gas that if we like look down our own board here and then we unlock it with Loran and we could get like the ETB trigger off the blade and the nowhere to run again, how good would that be? Be pretty sick. I like the idea of that. I mean, they're probably like super low land count. I don't blame him. Is that worth doing? I don't think so. Should I just be on Loran? Like, I think at least putting another creature in play has to be the move here, surely, to try and, like, pressure them a little bit. It'll be a while before the Bandit talent starts, like, doing things. We'll see. Remember that one time that we were playing against somebody that had access to like Loran and they were just in this situation, they were like activating their Loran and just unlocking our hand. I remember that. That was funny when that happened. Opponent's completely screwed. Yeah, let me activate Loran and give them cards. Try and get out of it. Good shit. Yeah, the War 2 cost kind of saves us here. Good vibes. Super good vibes only. Yes, that's pretty nice right now. Okay. Not that they're like getting anywhere close to you know, losing their hand, but it's okay. I'm considering it, chat. I'm considering it. No, I'm considering hitting my board with temporary lockdown and then picking it back up with Pixie to get all the ETB triggers again. We'd get like 2 more Bandit's Talents hits. They would lose their Scavenger. I think I like it. It's deranged, but I think I like it. It's prison break time. Alright, let's do this. Always such a scary play, but... I will attach it to, Pixie, I guess? Jesus Christ, does this matter? Wait. It's all opponents, right? I think we should probably have the blade trigger happen first. Or I guess whichever. So that like, okay. See, I think that's Slade. Prison break strategies. That's why this deck can afford to play temporary lockdown the way it does. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Whenever that happens, just fucking love it. Like, I'm seated, I'm excited. Love it when things are like weird. Weird like that. And also, like, my Sheltered by Ghosts doesn't have anything under it anymore, so even if they remove my creature, they're just doomed. Lockdown being used for good instead of evil, my favorite thing. My favorite thing. Love it when there's like a different strategy possible to, you know, certain decks. All right, we're swinging. Do it again. I think I'll just do pick up a Bandit's Talent and then like I will activate both of them. That seems that they would lose 4 life. That's better right now. Sorry to disappoint, guys, but like this is just like the game-winning play. Another one, yeah. No, this wins. This wins. Well, I guess it's one off technically, but okay, sure. Sure then. Did I lose 2? We can like draw a card when it comes to us. So anyways. We hit him pretty good. I can't do it. I don't know if that's much better either though. But okay. They're Lizzies. They are the Lizzies. Something interesting is happening here. Something interesting is happening here. I wonder what deck they're playing. Seems familiar. This is just their like tech. They're just playing regular lizards and they just have a Magebane tech. I don't like that. I'll take this though, I think. This is literally the video that we uploaded today. If that's what they're doing. Bruh. Today's video. Look at braids. Braids cannot die. Braids cannot die. Well, we should be okay for a little bit. Okay. Holy shit, you know? Holy shit. I gotta be so careful. Just Painland, I guess. Immortal Braids. Yeah, Ward 4. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, that's fine. Commander. Precon Braids. Sacrificing that. I could have also pumped up the Bandit's talent, but I kind of like this strategy. I think we'll get there. It's a good draw, though. That's a good fucking draw, though. They're not really in a position to attack us with a lizard, because then we just block it with braids. Alright, alright. That's funny. They are playing the YouTube deck, though. That's great to see. Very exciting to see someone else try it. There you go, Cass. You got the link. We love the moderators. How do we beat this creation? Temporary lookdowns as well. What did I put in my sideboard? Rip my unique deck, for fuck's sake. Rip my unique deck. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like we should be in a pretty good spot here, but it's like... Maybe Zorline? It's just a weird one. It has potential, though. Maybe I'll try it. Okay. Screaming Lizard evokes the funniest mental image. It's true, it's true. I feel like Reckless Punishment's more, the vibe, though. More vibey. You gotta know where to run. Sold out liars. Well, what matters is that you'll be all right. That's what matters. This is a very risky play, but fuck it, we ball. So I could try to get rid of the Mage Band Lizard, but if they remove in response, it stays alive. So that feels kind of mid, doesn't it? Probably just supposed to like take out the Hired Claw here. It's a safer play. Even though, like, the Magebane Lizard could do some very evil stuff. We'll see. I think it's safer like this. Should've just slept in. Yeah. Well. Nah, don't worry, Libby. We feel for you. You could just take a little nap. Libby, the goated magic editor. Okay, that's fine. Them getting rid of like 2 lands is kind of crazy though. Oh, hold on. I like this. If you want a mage lizard to die, you do that play before blocks. You mean the Cruel Claw? I'm just gonna get rid of, pick this up. It definitely wasn't an optimal line because like I could have prevented myself 1 point of damage, but we got there either way. It's okay. Have I played Overload Domain? Nah, not really. I don't like Domain. I don't think the Overlords make it more fun to play. For me. So. Nightmare? Yeah, right. With my talent in hitting my land drops, yeah. Well, flooding, I guess is the better word to say. What's going on with these vibes? So you don't have a 1-drop, you don't have a 2-drop, you did get a Leyline of Resonance. Surely, like, role players can't, like, snap keep when they have a Leyline. You still gotta have some stuff to make it work, right? If you had a standard tournament tomorrow, what'd you bring? Oof, my upgraded Simic Cookie deck, I think. Or maybe this. If you're expecting a lot of aggro players, like, this could cook. Actually. Yeah, are they setting up the 1-shot, 1-kill? I guess I'll just go like that. Maybe Peeps of the Field doesn't have too much graveyard hate. Yeah, like Peeps is just like such a trending deck right now. I feel like I would be a big threat. So I never like being on the most popular deck in the format, like ever. I always like being the underdog. Or playing something that's like tries to beat the top tier deck. Just Bandit still? Yeah, I mean, I like certain mirrors. Though, like, I always like the sacrifice mirror match. How crazy that might sound. Because I just love the deck so much. It's pretty deranged, but... Nah, I love, like, Peeps and, like, the blue-white, like, tempo decks, the mentor decks, but... Everybody on the arena, at least, is packing, like... 30 pieces of graveyard hate, so... It's just too dangerous if you want to win games to play that right now. Sacrifice so fun, you feel like an evil warlord. Yeah, it's true. I just think that it's, like, such a cool and, like, unique thing. Where it's like, yeah, I can just get rid of my own stuff and it's gonna, like, work out for me. I think that's just so cool. Something about that just... Very, very sweet strategy to me. Good vacuum and Leyline of the Void? Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, we probably already win if we just do, like, braids, sacrifice, whatever, but Yeah, we got them pretty good. I also don't think their hand was fantastic, though. They kind of kept the wrong hand, I think. Had a lot of lands. They just saw a ley line and they snap-keeped it. I don't think it worked out for them. They are a little bit stuck. A little bit stuck. So wild to me. Yeah. It's all picnic runers. Like, you can check. No slick shot, all picnic, yeah. I think Arena is still behind it on slick shots again, but like MTGO, dude. It's all picnic. Make your own Embercleave, yeah. Here, I'll show you guys. Look. This was the one 9-0, won the standard challenge, picnic runner. Then, like, if you check all the other decks that do good in the leagues, they're all picnic runner. There's not a slick shot in sight, so pretty interesting to see. Yeah. The 1 mana plus 3 trick, easy double strike. Yeah, I think so. I've always liked the picnic runner though. Nobody up slicking they shot? No, nobody's up slicking they shot. It's really also like a banging like mirror breaker, I would imagine. Like if your opponent has slick shot and you got picnic runner, you're probably better off with picnic runner, I imagine. The original like turn 3 kill card. Yeah. I'm gonna start with nowhere to run. Even super prowess isn't enough. Yeah, but it's so weird that it kind of like develops like that. But you know, damn. You should have gained 2 life of that. Rip. Like at this point, they might as well just print like Embercleave into. At this point, they might as well just print out Embercleave into foundations. Like we're here anyways. Everybody's building their own Embercleaves. Give us the real thing. Yo, Wheeler with the raid. What's up, Raiders? Hope you had a good stream, Wheeler. What's up, everybody? We're playing some standard and we're winning games. New take on the Orzhov like Fae Blade deck. We're chilling at a 9-1 record. Absolutely farming the fuck out of these aggro decks. We're doing real good. Cycle of Embercleaves for each color. Hear me out. Vibe. I know they're sitting on like snakeskin veils and they're probably pissed by now. I just know it. I just know it. Like, we don't care about Snakeskin Veil. We even have nowhere to run anyway. Brutal. Like, absolutely. This is what we want the deck to do. Like, nice Snakeskin Veil, homie. It would be a shame if somebody had sacrifice effects plus nowhere to run. That's what we're doing here. Exactly. Exactly. There they go. What in the world? Anyway. Is that just like best of 1 versus best of 3? Like, am I at a disadvantage for playing best of 3 because my games are a bit slower? Like, and all that the top 5 is all online and playing in best of 1? I don't know. Anyways. What a vibe. Yeah, we're no longer playing Snake and we're playing the really strong enchantment package. It's working out well. I want to say they're best of one. I really do. Dude, what am I playing against? Yeah, maybe. I need some lands up in here. I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a best of one fan either. I definitely do not vibe at it. Sten. Enchantments cost 1 less to cast, I bet. You know, anyway, let's play this bot. Planeswalker. Some kind of Esper Superfan pile. Yeah, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. No, too many now, guys. We got Sunfalled. I'm gonna win. Okay. Planeswalker. I almost feel like they did it to throw us off. I kid you not. See, that could be a slay. I mean, the Painland's different story, but that could slay. Picking up Planeswalker over and over with Black Overlord's kind of gas. It's cool, for sure. It's cool. Pick up Untitled with Pixie. I like that. I'm sure it'll have so much removal. Ooh, they got rid of the homie that won them the game last time around. Maybe they have gas, or I guess they're gonna pick it back up. Yep, pick it back up it is. Grabbing Lily. Soon I'm just gonna have to like hold the rescue like my life depends on it, but for now, this is alright. Wonder if they want to like throw Liliana away like this. Ayo, a good draw. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Vibes. I'm gonna hold the rescue card. Pixie Gaming. Nah, the Pixies are good to us. Top deck's fire. Okay. Top decks are great. This is always like the really strong like alternative strategy that you can have at Orzhov Pixie, where you just really go hard on like hand disruption. I like it. Big fan. Ooh, passing the turn. Okay. Damn, another one.
Ayo just won my disdainful stroke from my LGS with Cookie. Thanks for the content.
Yo, let's go. Thank you for the 3 months with the cookies. We love to see it. Cookie gang. Alright, I think we'll get there with Bandit Stallion, even though like the curiosity is going to draw them quite some cards. Well, at least one for now. I like that they're playing Enduring Curiosity, though. I think it's a great card. I love seeing it thrive in like a control shell like this. Very nice. Very creative. All right. Here's people play the standard showdown. Yeah. Pixies shoved into exile. Rip the Pixies. Okay. Rip my besties. I mean, you're gonna lose like 4 life a turn now, so they gotta find a way to put some cards into their hand. Or you're Jover. Such a busted card, Bennett's talent sometimes. Alright, so now we went from 7 to 5, so there's justice in the world again. Okay, I see. Alright, so as you can see, things went really well for us. 13-2 record with this new take on Fae Blade. Things are feeling really good for this deck in the current meta. I really like the Duskmourn upgrades, especially Nowhere to Run, which is fantastic against all these like Voltron style decks. They're making a pretty, you know, pretty big splash in the current standard format, because a lot of people seem to be enjoying the Shardmage's Rescue plus Sheltered by Ghost strategy, as we are as well, because those two cards together are just incredibly strong alongside the Optimistic Scavenger. So, but I really feel like shoving those cards in this Pixie deck makes it basically so that we are just incapable of losing the aggro decks, which is what I try to accomplish with this deck, because there's a lot of aggro in the current meta. So we're gonna have a look at the MTG Arena meta using Untapped.gg. So I'm currently on the page that basically shows us the amount of matches that the decks are getting on MTG Arena. So we can basically track the popularity. You could do this for yourself as well if you click on my link in the description to download Untapped. You could also get premium to get access to this page as well, and it would support the channel if you end up doing that. So thanks to Untapped, you can see exactly how popular certain decks are in MTG Arena. Most popular deck being Azorius Tempo, which we absolutely love to see. I'm filtered on matches, so. But these are the decks that we're looking for. So 1.1k matches with Gruul aggro. That's a fantastic matchup for us that we're trying to hit. Also, always really like Pixie versus Domain, or I guess Spend Control as they call it here, because you have such good hand disruption and a lot of enchantment removal, which is always a solid strategy against that deck. Sheltered by Ghost isn't limited to creatures, it can hit any permanent, so you can grab those Beanstalks, those Ley Lines, and in the sideboard we do have those Lorans and the Duresses and the Cruel Claw Heist too, so I feel like that's a really great matchup for us as well. Then we have Junt Leyline, which is basically the same as Gruul aggro. So that I would say that's probably the most popular deck that we just absolutely destroy with our blades, with our Sheltered by Ghosts, and with just fantastic like creature control that Pixie has access to. So definitely feel like we are targeting the most popular deck on Arena at this point in time. They have Domain again showing up, and here we have that Azorius Enchantment deck that is super popular, but the win rate doesn't really do it much for it. I was actually planning on making a video on this Azorius Enchantment deck because I was very intrigued by it, but I didn't get many wins with it. So yeah, especially playing Pixie and queuing into Azorius Enchantments, you could just do whatever. Like, you end up winning because it's so good. There we have another Gruul aggro deck, which we're good against. This is Delirium Stompy, but anything that's basically red and aggressive, we thrive against, in my opinion. And as you can tell, there's a lot of that happening in the format, especially Boros Aras, also another deck that we just really good against. So Pixie is super well positioned, and thanks to Untapped.gg, we can actually have the proof that it's favored against the majority of what people are playing on Arena at this point in time. So once again, definitely check out Untapped.gg using my link. Definitely let me know in the comments as well if you like these upgrades for Orzhov Pixie. I mean, it hurt me to cut the Rothenmouth Viper, but this is just feels a lot stronger. Viper's always been a little bit vulnerable too against things like removal. So part of me is happy to finally not be able to play the Viper anymore and just focus on that really good creature control strategy that you have access to with Fae Blade, and also like hand disruption strategy. So really happy with how this evolved. Now it's time to shout out our bestie of the day. So I would like to thank Lucas Zimmer for being a member. Thank you so much for, you know, supporting me in that way. I appreciate you. If you want to have a shot at being shout out at one of the end of my videos, make sure to become a member to the channel. You also get access to our Discord channel at the same time for doing that. So thank you, Lucas. And thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you again in the next one.